Best bet, you're in the wrestling business. After Chicago, turn his ass heel. And that's probably the only way you get through that.
Welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Eric and Rob.
Real quick, I just wanted to come on here. It's been a while since we talked a little wrestling. So, a lot of stuff going on currently. There's two big things I think I feel like we need to discuss. Number one, CM Punk. More or less, I kind of want to get your thoughts on this whole idea. Number one, of him coming back to AEW, and when we thought that was never going to happen, but as you have said in the past, never say never, especially after the whole Hulk Hogan thing and the Bret Hart thing. You just never know. But that was like years in between, not just it hasn't even been a year yet for the CM Punk thing. So that and the fact that he was at Raw was in Chicago, WWE Raw was in Chicago last night, and he showed up, met with Triple H, visited with the wrestlers, but then was asked to leave, supposedly by Vince, and it just leaves a lot of questions. Now I'm thinking, okay, he's trying to. He may have honestly wanted to see some people because I mean, since 2014, he has never gone to a WWE venue, and all of a sudden now he is, and he probably wanted. He probably maybe legitimately wanted to see some people that he's probably still friends with. But to meet with Triple H is strange because all the stuff he said about him. And at the end of the day, you work for the other guys, so you really can't be here. So we have to ask you. They asked. It was reportedly asked politely for him to leave, and he did. But he made it. He didn't hide the fact that he went. So it makes it a little odd. You're going back to AEW, but you're showing up with the other guys. I don't know. So it's kind of strange to me. But your thoughts on the whole Punk coming back, Punk at WWE Raw?
Man, as usual, when we're talking about CM Punk, there's just a lot to unpack here. First of all, we were at All Out last September. That preceded the media scrum that got him into all the trouble between him and the Bucks. Okay. I thought it was curious that Tony Khan never just actually fired. He never said, CM Punk, you're fired, or that he's no longer with the company.
That's true.
So it seems like he was always hoping that they could mend fences somehow, or that if enough time went by, they could somehow bring Punk back. So it looks like they feel like enough time has gone by. Apparently, they're trying to bring him back. I'm not sure how that's going over with Kenny Omega and the Bucks. I hear different things. But the timing is very curious that right when we're hearing him supposedly mending fences with AEW, he, for the first time in years, because how many times has WWE been to Chicago in the past several years? I mean, they come there, 2-3 times a year?
At the very least, twice a year, and it's been almost 10 years. It's been 9 years and twice a year. So you're thinking 18 times.
Okay. And so he picks, of all times, the time when we're hearing he's going back to AEW, this is the time he picks to just come and visit Raw just to see old friends, talk to Triple H, who he really didn't have many good things to say about when he left. I don't know the extent of the conversation. Maybe they just ran into each other. Maybe who knows? Maybe it was just a random thing. But the fact that he was even there, first of all, who let him in? Was he invited? How come he wasn't asked to leave immediately? So it leads to a lot of speculation that I'm sure a lot of people are going to, have their little conspiracy theories about. But I'll just be honest, I really don't know what to make of it. Maybe it's all about nothing. Maybe he truly just wanted to go back and see some old friends. Maybe he's trying to mend fences. Maybe that whole episode that happened at All Out, he feels like, okay, I didn't handle it that way. There's a lot of things I haven't handled the right way. Let me just go try to mend some fences, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? But yeah, I'll just say this. The timing was very, very curious.
Do you now? Before I ask this question, we were there not only last year's All Out. We were there for All Out 20. So that'd be 2021 and 2022. We were there All Out for his first match back wrestling since 2014. We were there for that. We were there for his last match last year. Do you, I guess, how do you feel about potentially seeing him wrestle again? And is it something you want to see? Are you indifferent, or are you just like, I'm over CM Punk?
If you would have asked me this a couple of months after All Out, I would have said I'm over CM Punk. But a lot of time has gone by. As a wrestling fan, he's still an intriguing character. In the right matchup, yeah, sure, I'd be interested. We keep it real on this show. So yeah, in the right matchup, I would be curious to see it.
For me, I'm 50-50. 50% of me is kind of over it. And 50% is kind of like, give him a shot. It's either way it goes, he's got an uphill battle to climb because he's got to win people back. It's not like before where he came in and everybody was waiting on him and with open arms. Welcome back, CM Punk. And now it's kind of like more of a handshake. Not even a church hug, just like a, hey, are we going to do this? You going to behave this time? What's going on? And that's the thing, like, there's been people have like put the video out of his first promo versus his last promo, and it's 9 days. It was only a year. Like, come on, man. And he's a draw. No matter what people think, he's a draw. He drew more money than anybody. He drew more money than Kenny Omega. Just keeping it real. He just did. Okay. He at one point drew more money than Jericho too. So it's a no-brainer if you're Tony Khan. It's just, but you got that fan base, and I don't care if he does come back in Chicago. Maybe the night he comes back in Chicago, he probably gets more positive reaction than negative. But as you go throughout the country, I think it's gonna be more split. And he's gonna have to overcome that. Your best bet, you're in the wrestling business. After Chicago, turn his ass heel. And that's probably the only way you get through that.
That was going to be my question. Would it be better? We've seen wrestling kind of follow the headlines, right? You know, attach themselves to reality. With him right now, kind of falling out of favor with the fans, is it better if they just bring him back and have him just continue in that character and just be the heel?
Be the heel. Or yeah, bring him back as a heel.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Feed into it. This is who I am. Fuck it.
Yep. I think that's the better idea if they're going to do it.
Yeah. And yeah. Why not? Let him be the most hated. He would circumvent MJF easily as the biggest heel in the company without even trying.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. And you know what? I hear a lot of wrestlers say they enjoy playing the heel. I get the impression that CM Punk would just relish that role.
Oh yeah.